Hello, everybody, and welcome to Texas Country Live. I'm your host, Rod Binion. We're here today to bring you the best of the local singer-songwriters, bringing their original music straight to you, the viewer. I'll be conducting an interview, giving you the opportunity to gain a little insight as to the reasons why these artists do what they do. So y'all just kick back, relax, and enjoy this episode of Texas Country Live. 59 Hangout. 23736 US 59, Suite F in Porter, Texas. Y'all come see us. Pool tournaments, dart leagues, and cold beer. Check us out on Facebook. 59 Hangout. Come hang out with us. 281-704-7177. McCrary's Auto Repair, LLC. We work hard to earn your trust and loyalty. We know how important it is to find a Huffman car service you can rely on. So your satisfaction is our top priority each and every day. McCrary's Auto Repair, 3731 Trent Road, Huffman, Texas. McCrary's Auto Repair. Come feel the difference. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Texas Country Live. My name is Rod Binion. I'm here with my good friend, Mr. Ron Hathaway, formerly of the Broad Ripple Gang in Huffman, Texas.
That's right.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great.
It has been a long time.
It has.
You know what's crazy is
decades.
Having grown up together,
Right.
you know, I never played music whenever I was a kid.
Right.
And as far back as I can remember, I don't remember you ever playing music.
No, I didn't.
When did you start?
I started singing in church a little bit,
Right.
Late teens, and I was interested at that point, but I never picked up a guitar until I was about 33.
Right. Well, I kind of basically did the same thing. I mean, I went away to Alaska and I had some friends that taught me 3 chords in a capo. They had enough patience to put up with me long enough to get me so I could play.
Right.
But and I did that for the longest time when I played. And I just didn't really play that much. I started working and having a career for change. And
Sure.
but then I started playing again, and it changed my life, man. Absolutely. I never dreamed in a million years I'd ever play music for a living. It's just something that. You
Sure.
remember what we did? We tied a piece of bacon to the end of a string and went crawfishing.
That's right.
that was our fun afternoons. But yeah, man, it's good to see you. I don't know how many years it's been, but it's been a bunch.
It has.
And it's funny, I was telling my dad earlier, when I look at you, and I hear you talk, I hear your mom, and I hear you, and I see your mom, and I see your dad both,
Wow.
and I hear them in both. It's kind of crazy how 1 minute I look at you and I see your mom, the next minute I see your dad. So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
It's pretty cool, man.
So
You are
yeah.
definitely your parents' child, no doubt. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna do some warm-ups,
Okay.
okay? And then this is gonna be a Christmas show, so we're probably gonna do a Christmas song or two. Ron's gonna do some original Christmas music that he wrote, so it ought to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's see here. Now you like country music, right?
Yes, I
So
sure do.
these are kind of country music related, but so let's go this
Sure.
way.
Uh-huh.
Let's see here. George Jones or Conway Twitty?
George Jones.
The Grand Ole Opry or 80,000 seat arena? Which would you rather play?
Grand Ole Opry.
Grand Ole Opry, right on, buddy. Acoustic or electric?
Acoustic.
Okay, cool. Fender or Gibson?
Fender.
Fender, right on. Okay, I know you don't dip, but Skull or Copenhagen?
Copenhagen.
Man, I didn't dip either. I got sick as a dog if I tried to dip. Let's see here. Hunting or fishing?
Fishing.
NASCAR or IndyCar?
NASCAR.
Okay, Metallica or AC/DC?
AC/DC.
All right, and last one, Ford or Chevy?
Ford.
Ford. Right on. Okay, the warm-up. So that segment was sponsored by McCrary Automotive in Huffman, Texas. Cecil McCrary. It's out on Trent Road. Great operation out there. Cecil, do you know Cecil? He was actually the original guitar player in the Rod Binion Band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've known him for quite a while, and he's a super nice guy, and he's the most honest person I know. And if you need an auto repair, man, he's the guy to go to.
All right.
And if you mention the show, mention my name, he'll give you a little bit of a discount. And so,
That's fair.
McCrary Automotive or McCrary Auto in Huffman, Texas. All right, then, let's see. Well, you know what? With it being the Christmas time, you want to do a Christmas song? You want to go ahead and do an original one? You have an original Christmas song, right?
Yeah, I do. I have one called The Greatest Gift of All.
Yeah.
I could go to that one first. Let's see here.
Did you want me to play with you on this one or not? Or you got it?
I think I'll take care of this one.
Okay,
We
cool.
have a couple we talked about.
Right.
But let's see here.
I'm going to attempt to play with Ronnie. I can't guarantee that it'll be perfect, but it'll be done. All right, what's it called?
The greatest gift of all.
Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Christmas song for you by Ron Hathaway, The Greatest Gift of All.
So many people are looking for gifts, just the right present for someone they love. And they're busy shopping from morning till dark, 'cause they need to find the right gift. Well, you can shop till you drop, you can spend all you got, looking for that perfect gift. But the Father gave the greatest gift of all. He was born in a manger for you and for me. God sent His Son so that we could be free. And He really loves us. He gave us His best by giving the gift of His Son. Well, you can shop till you drop, you can spend all you got, looking for that perfect gift. But the Father gave the greatest gift of all. And have you received His gift? And will you share His gift with someone you love? Well, you can shop till you drop, you can spend all you got, looking for that perfect gift. But the Father gave the greatest gift of all. Well, you can shop till you drop, you can spend all you got, looking for that perfect gift. But the Father gave the greatest gift of all. Said the Father gave the greatest gift of all.
Heck yeah, buddy. Oh, that was awesome, man.
Thank you.
And that's right. It is the season, brother.
It
Good
really
job,
is.
man. I like it. All right. Well, you want to do one more before you put it up, or?
Yeah. Why don't we do Streets of Gold? This is a song. Let's see, what is my copyright? 2013. One of my grandchildren, my granddaughter Nicole, she had just lost a grandpa.
Oh no.
Uh,
That's terrible.
And so she was sad about that and visiting at our house. And so I got my guitar out and we started talking about heaven and
Sure.
seeing people that we love that have gone on before us.
Right.
And so she kind of helped me with the lyrics on this one.
Cool.
And so it's
That's
kind
awesome.
of it's kind of a
Get the youngsters involved, man. That's cool.
right, yeah. So this is looking forward to seeing the Lord, but all the other people that have gone before us.
Right.
I'm getting tired of walking these lonely streets. These days you never know what danger you may be. There's got to be a place of rest for me to lay these burdens down and finally be free. So I'm looking for the streets of gold. Yeah, I'm looking for the streets of gold. You know Jesus will be there and loved ones everywhere. I'm looking for the streets of gold. I've spent some time hanging around it low. I've worked so hard and don't have much to show. And when you need them, your friends cannot be found. I feel the loneliest when everyone's around. So I'm looking for the streets of gold. Yeah, I'm looking for the streets of gold. You know Jesus will be there and loved ones everywhere. I'm looking for the streets of gold. And this world just gets me streets of gold. I'll be looking for the streets of gold.
Heck yeah, man. That was pretty cool, buddy. I like it. Well, you know what? It's Christmas time, right? Let me see here. Got to do a Christmas song, man.
There you go.
Well, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. There you go, right there. All right, y'all, we are Texas Country Live. It's a Christmas show, and we're having a good time with my buddy Ron Hathaway. We're going to take a quick break right here, and we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we will be back in about 2 minutes. So thank y'all for joining us. Merry Christmas, everybody. 59 Hangout, 23736 US 59, Suite F in Porter, Texas. Y'all come see us. Pool tournaments, dart leagues, and cold beer. Check us out on Facebook, 59 Hangout. Come hang out with us, 281-704-7177. Hey, everybody, we are back. I'm your host, Rod Binion. It's Texas Country Live here with my good buddy, Ron Hathaway, old buddy of mine, a friend of mine. You know, we grew up together over in Lakewood Heights and Huffman, and man, I've known you as far back as I can remember.
That's right.
And your brother, Mikey.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny, let me tell you. I was talking to Mikey on Facebook one day, or I made a comment about something that he had posted. I think it was something about his guns, and I called him Mikey.
Yeah.
And so one of his buddies says, you know, what's this Mikey stuff? Giving him a hard time about it. He says, hey, man, there's like 3 or 4 people on this planet that can call me Mikey, and he's one of them, and you ain't. I thought that was so funny. He said, he earned the right. Well, heck, man, we've been friends, I think, since we were like 4 or 5, you know.
Sure.
Something like that. But
y'all are about the same age, right?
well, he's a year younger than me.
A year younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love Mikey, man. He was always a good friend. We were buddies.
Right.
I mean, our whole lives, man. You know, we were joined at the hip,
Sure.
playing out there in them woods and crawfishing and going hunting and fishing and doing all kind of crazy stuff.
Did plenty of that.
Oh yeah, man, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that being said, you remember the UFO, right?
I sure do.
That landed in Huffman. You know, a lot of people think we're crazy when we talk about it, but you and I saw the flashing lights
We did.
in the woods. I remember that, man. It was crazy. And you know, there was a lot of actual physical proof that that thing landed. And I know for a fact that the governor came out and they shoveled up all the asphalt on the road out there by our Rainout Hangout and took it away, and they repaved it because they wanted to test that asphalt for radiation exposure.
Wow.
And then I can't remember the name of the people that were involved, but they all had radiation exposure and burns
Wow.
on their bodies, you know, and it was crazy, man.
There's some weird things.
But I
that
believe in
happen out
UFOs,
there.
man. I've seen them myself.
Oh wow.
And I know people think, well, I mean, you're on drugs. Well, so what, man? You know, what does that have to do with anything, you know? But I'm joking. But, you know, man, I've seen them with my own 2 eyes. You know, I saw one in Hempstead living up there. It's been several years ago. And I kept seeing it on a regular basis. And
Right.
and sounds really, really out there, but when I mentioned it on Facebook, right, Well, I tried to take a picture, number one, and my phone completely, totally crashed, burned up.
Oh, wow.
It would not work a bit at all. And then so next time I saw it, I mentioned something about it on Facebook, and our satellite receiver, because we had Dish or whatever the other one is, I can't remember, it's Dish I think, was completely fried.
Oh, wow.
And so the technician comes out and he says, you know, man, did y'all have a lightning storm here? I said, man, it hadn't rained here in months. We're in a drought, buddy. And he says, well, it is like totally burnt completely up. And I said, well, could electromagnetic pulse do that? And he looked at me kind of funny. He goes, well, who did you piss off? And I was like, you don't even want to know, buddy. But let me tell you, Ronnie, I'm telling you the truth, man. You can ask my father, because he was standing there when this guy talked about it. That absolutely that thing was fried from some sort of electronic issue. And I know it sounds crazy, but I think it was because I mentioned something about the UFO, because I saw it plain as day.
Yeah.
And I'd seen it a couple times. It was really strange. It was like, what it looked like was somebody had a laser pointer up in the clouds and was like moving around real funny like, because that's the way it moved up in the sky.
Right.
It was really, really unusual,
Weird.
But I'm a UFO guy. I'm not really much of a conspiracy theory guy, but you know what? I believe in UFOs. So
Yeah.
I know it makes me crazy, but that's all right. That's only one of the ways that I'm at.
I sometimes combine the two. I think there are UFOs. They might be a spiritual, a demonic kind of aspect to it.
I don't go for the demonic type, but I understand what you're saying.
But also, there's the idea that maybe it's the government or the military that's come up with some fancy technology that they're hiding from us.
Well,
so,
right. And man, this whole ancient alien thing that comes about, I don't necessarily agree with because it kind of takes the place of God, and I don't agree with that at all, in any way, shape, or form. I believe in God, and I know you as well do. But it's interesting sometimes to listen to what they have to say. I look at it as entertainment value. That is not how I believe. But it's crazy, some of the stuff that's actually happened. But
it's a big universe.
It is absolutely, and speaking of the universe, I can't remember exactly how many there are, but there are like literally hundreds of thousands of planets in galaxies that are in the green zone, like the Earth is here.
Yeah.
And it is a mathematical improbability that we're the only planet that has life on it. I mean, to think that we are is ridiculous in my book.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of time now. Will there be alien life? Humanoids or whatever type people, who knows?
Speaking of aliens and songwriting on the same time, there was a popular songwriter some time back in the Jesus movement. His name was Larry Norman, and he had a lyric that said, "If there's life on other planets, then I'm sure that he must know, and he's been there once already and has died to save their soul."
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild. And that gave me chills. It did. But it's true though. Absolutely true.
Yeah.
He died for us, man.
That's right.
And with the Christmas season being up, his birth, that is the reason for the season. And I think it's absolutely insane and ridiculous that there are people who are offended by Merry Christmas. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, if you're whatever it is that makes it bad for you, too bad for you, because it's not bad for me. I celebrate the birth of my Christ.
Exactly.
And I think everyone should. I was thinking about having some Santa Claus hats and making some decorations here, but they're all put up in the building out there. And I'd have a hard time digging them out, so I said, "Oh, the heck with it. We'll just go with the regular stuff." But you were a minister. Is that not correct?
Yes. I was in bivocational ministry. That means you got another job besides just preaching. So I was in the construction industry for a long time, and then I would work as a youth and music minister in small
That's cool.
to medium Southern Baptist churches.
Right on.
So I did that for a long time, helping churches, so I'd get a little supplemental income and also just be a part of that congregation.
Right.
And then I did pastor a church in Northwest Houston.
So you were the pastor?
Well, that was a part-time pastor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I wasn't a full-time pastor.
That's cool.
So I was the guy there back from like 91 to 97.
Yeah.
And that was Recreation Acres Baptist Church.
Wow.
Around Antoine and Breen.
Yeah.
Right around in there.
That's cool.
So, yeah, so I've been involved in ministry, and
well, good for you,
we've had a band called Blues to Joy.
Right, your band, and I told you I listened to your CD the other night. For whatever reason, I do not have a daggum CD player in my house that works, and so I had to use the one in my car, and I don't go places very often. I don't get out much, But once I plugged it in, I was like, "Is that Ronnie singing?" I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
You know, because I was like, "Man, that is Ronnie singing." You know, and it was great, man, because it was like faith-based lyrics to you know a bluesy type rhythm and beat. You know, and I just thought that was really cool the way y'all you know put it together. It was awesome, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the heck out of it, and even my dad listened to it. He liked it too.
Great.
He's into Christian music.
Yeah, we did that for some time. The Blues to Joy ministry or band, it originally was called the Good News Band, then it moved into Blues to Joy. And we did that about 30 years, and we would be involved in homeless shelters, drug rehab centers, prisons,
Right.
Those kind of things. Sometimes we'll do a patriotic concert.
Sure.
But it was all just volunteer type stuff, and it turned out we were all quite a few grandfathers getting together and just jamming and trying to encourage some people along the way.
Right.
So, anyway,
Well,
it was
there's
a
nothing
lot
wrong
of fun.
Nothing wrong with being a guitar playing grandfather.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, where were you born, Ronnie?
I was born in Landstuhl, Germany.
That's right. You were born.
So I'm half German, as you said. You know my mom.
Oh, sure.
Think of her when you see me sometimes. But anyway, that's also known as Rheinstein Air Base.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the same spot.
So it's kind of the same area.
Your dad was military, right?
He was. Yeah.
That's right.
And then he was in the sheriff's department after he retired military.
Yeah. And his name was Rodney, like me.
That's right. Same first name.
You know, it's funny because I go by Rod, and but there are a few people on the planet, like Mikey was saying, that call me Rodney, and he's one of them. You know, I always used to tell people only my mother and my Sunday school teacher call me Rodney. You know, there are quite a few people that call me that, but they're people from my past. You know.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy. But okay, let's see. Well, you know, how old were you when you learned to play guitar?
I was about 33 because you know how I said I was doing part-time ministry?
Right.
Well, I was starting to work with apartment ministry, and so I didn't have anybody to play piano, play guitar, or anything. So I started teaching myself guitar, basic chords, one-finger chords, you know,
Right.
all that.
Oh, yeah,
And,
been there, done that.
So I did that just because I was already used to helping choirs and that kind of thing. So,
Right.
So that's kind of what kicked me off into trying to play guitar.
Well, do you play any other instruments?
I don't. No.
Yep. Yeah. And so, you know, do you remember when you wrote your first song?
I would say probably right after I came to Christ about 17. I wrote a song called Jesus at Oceanside because I hardly ever went to the beach, but I went on a retreat, and that's when I put together my lyrics, and kind of thought, I tended to have an ability to have melodies and lyrics,
Sure.
kind of come together,
Right.
and so I didn't rediscover that till maybe when I was 33.
Right.
So that was probably my first song back when I was about 17, 18.
Yeah. Well, I always wrote poetry, but you know, the first song I wrote was like in 2000s. That would make me. That would have made me. Well, I was born in '64. So what is that? 36? Is that right? Or 46? Right. I don't know. I'm not a math guy.
I'll get my calculator.
Right. It's a sin. It's a shame that I can't use a calculator to figure out my age. It's terrible. I'm that old. But okay. But you know, man. You know, it's funny. I mentioned the story before on the show, but I was sitting at home one day and I was bored out of my gourd, and you know, I was just sitting there picking on the guitar, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna write a song.
Yeah.
And why not? You know. And I looked down, and my grandfather was amazing. Remember the Masonic Lodge, and he has this big Masonic Bible that was sitting on my coffee table that belonged to him. So, you know what, man, that'd be a cool thing to write a song about. So I wrote a song about my grandfather's Bible, but it really is more about his faith. It's called Papa's Bible, but it's just a story about him taking me fishing when I was 6, and the second verse is me taking him fishing when he was 86.
Oh wow!
And so, you know, man, it's a pretty cool song.
Yeah.
Considering it was the first one I wrote, I think I did an excellent job on it. A lot of people like it, but I don't do it much anymore. But I need to start doing it again because it's important to me, you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. You don't play any other instruments, so let's see here. Well, I know there wasn't any music in your family, as far as I know, anyway. Your mom and dad weren't into music all the way.
My dad sang in some barbershop quartets.
Did he? Oh, did he really?
Way back in the
I did not know that.
In the Army, but they weren't like so organized as much as, you know, maybe they drank a few and just were entertaining each other and a few friends, kind of.
Right.
But they didn't tour or anything.
Right. Well, I know most of the music you enjoy is faith based, and that's cool.
Yeah.
So, who's your favorite artist? Is it's mainstream or is it a faith based artist?
Well, let's see.
Or do you have a favorite?
I don't know that I do so much. I like a guy named Mark Hurd that passed away some years back.
Oh no.
He's kind of a folk type Christian artist, and Rich Mullins. They're kind of the prominent songwriter people that I enjoy listening to. But as far as country music, I would say probably Randy Travis.
Randy Travis, there you go.
Is one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too.
And probably Brad Paisley.
Brad Paisley. So is that where you drew some inspiration from those guys?
Yeah, for sure.
Right on. All right. Hang on. McCrary's Auto Repair, LLC. We work hard to earn your trust and loyalty. We know how important it is to find a Huffman car service you can rely on. So your satisfaction is our top priority each and every day. McCrary's Auto Repair, 3731 Trent Road, Huffman, Texas. McCrary's Auto Repair. Come feel the difference. Okay, Ronnie. Well, you mentioned Brad Paisley. I love the way he plays, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he can play so fast, but he has like a jazz training type the way he plays.
Sure.
And the scales that he uses they're different than most country guys.
That's true.
And that's one of the things I like about him the most, because he's a little bit different, but he can flat out play, man.
I love his story songs about going.
Oh yeah.
Going fishing.
I do. And man, I mentioned this song before. It was one he does with Dolly Parton. Oh yeah, the one he does with Dolly Parton called "When I Get Where I'm Going."
Oh yeah.
And Dolly is.
I love that song.
Oh my gosh, she is so amazing.
I actually know don't know personally, but the songwriter named Jeff Moore, I think, wrote that song.
Really? Wow.
He has a wonderful version of it too. But
right.
That's a great song.
Well, speaking of songwriters, Alan Chandler in Nashville, you guys were friends, right?
Yeah.
Went to school together.
Sure did.
And so was he an influence on you as well? Then?
Not really. I found out I was busy doing what I do.
Right.
And found out later
that Alan was doing
that Alan was there.
Right.
We played baseball together in high school.
Yeah, he was a big baseball guy.
He played center field. I played first base.
Right on.
We played JV basketball together. Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
well, man, Alan is just amazing, and I have to.
He really is.
He was one of the biggest reasons, influences as far as I'm concerned, that made me start writing.
Right.
Thinking that if he can do it, I can do it. Well, little did I know how difficult it was going to be.
Yeah.
But he gave me some good advice early on, and I've always, I always think about it. Anytime I'm trying to write a song, I think about what he told me. And he's a good guy, man. He really is.
For sure.
And he's so successful. He's very lucky.
Yeah.
But he just has this unique ability to make use of. I mean, he squeezes every drop of juice out of every word he writes down.
Right.
He doesn't write it down because it rhymes. He writes it down because it means something, and that's the trick. And I wish I could write like him.
Right.
He's just so detailed and so I don't know. His words, I don't know. Like I said, they mean something.
They paint a picture.
They paint a picture exactly.
Yeah.
And he just is. He's really exceptional at doing it. Obviously, and that's the reason he's had the success that he has. But man, he writes children's books too, and I think that's cool.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he does. What I understand anyway.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. All right. So you've written several songs. How many songs would you think you've written? Collectively?
Well, over the years, I've been pretty prolific, probably 300 or 400.
Really? That's a lot of songs.
But
so do you have one particular song that, if you were going to be remembered for a song, that would be the song you want to be remembered for?
A particular song. Well, my wife likes a song called "Just for Me," and I think you heard it on our CD.
Right, I did.
And so when we were dating and everything, she heard us in concert, the band, and she said she thought it was pretty taken by that song. I thought
that's cool.
She decided that night she was going to say yes.
She was going to say yes.
Call it "Just for Me."
What's your wife's name?
Deborah.
Deborah.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Deborah. Hey, girl.
Hi, Deborah.
I'm sorry we've never met, but I'm way back from Ronnie's path, big time.
Right.
So, well, all right. I've known you for a long time, so I know what kind of man you are. But who are you? What is important to Ron Hathaway?
I like to be an encourager and an influence for good in people's lives.
Right.
And I like to be in tune to what's going on. Try to be a listener. It's hard sometimes because you get preoccupied with
Absolutely.
your own stuff,
Sure.
and you get caught up in your own little world.
Sure.
But that's kind of what I'd like to be known for, if you
Right.
call me something. But anyway, I enjoy my kids and my grandkids. I got 6 and 7 on the way.
Wow.
Grandkids.
7 grandkids? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
That's right.
That's awesome,
I
man.
got one grandson in San Antonio, Kyle, that's 21,
Really? My goodness, man.
and he's thinking about getting married.
Yeah.
So great grandpa may not be that
Wow.
far down the road.
That's pretty
but
cool, man.
I-
That's cool.
Then I have a 1-year-old granddaughter too.
Yeah. Well,
So
that
there's
must
quite
be
a range there.
must be very satisfying for you personally. You know.
Yeah, it is.
Have those kids and them be good. You know. That's cool, man. I dig it. Let's see here. Well, when you write a song, okay, do you have like a specific formula that you use? I mean, like, do you do the music first or the lyrics first, or how do you do it?
That's a really good question. I usually have a thought, reoccurring thought, something gets stuck in my mind or in my spirit, that I keep dwelling on, and then I start to get a rhyme. And,
Right.
and then so mostly the lyrics come and then the melody not far behind.
Right.
That's usually how it goes.
Well, everybody has a different formula.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
Yeah, that's not always the case though.
Right.
Sometimes
Well, you just have to do it the way it comes.
That's right. Sometimes sometimes I got the guitar and I got a progression,
Right.
and then it feels a certain way,
Right.
and so then whatever the mood or the feeling I'm getting, maybe it takes me down somewhere to develop a lyric
Right.
to go with the progression.
Sure.
So it goes that way too sometimes.
Well, tell me about Blues to Joy.
Well, Blues to Joy started out at a YMCA field where we were doing a tent revival,
Right.
and that's where we first started, and then we started showing up at Open Door Mission from 1988. The Pastor John Brady in Northeast Houston got us hooked up. Then we became regulars at Star of Hope, and we were actually a few of us from the mother church, which was Wood Forest Baptist Church.
Right.
And then we actually met a few other guys, and we would just seem like we were doing something, 2 or 3 things a month for years and years.
Right.
Probably somewhere around over 30 years that we kept on keeping on with that, and then COVID kind of shut us down.
Yeah, COVID was tough, man.
Yeah, it was.
shut a lot of people down. A lot of bars,
Right.
and even the American Legion Hall, it shut them down as well. It's
That's
terrible.
true.
That had to happen, but man, it did, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can you describe yourself with one word?
Well, that's kind of tough. I would say loyal.
Loyal. That's a good one. Right on. Okay, well, what's the highest goal that you've ever achieved?
The highest goal.
The
that
most
I've
successful thing
achieved.
you've ever done?
Okay.
Be your album, your family? I mean, tell me, whatever it is.
Well, I don't know. I'm self-employed, and I have a business called the Door Store,
Really?
and we've provided for ourselves for 17 years now.
Man, that's tough.
And it's a small streamlined operation, and so it feels good to not have somebody else writing a check for
Right,
it.
right.
And so we get a lot of satisfaction in doing
I
that.
bet.
And I love the service aspect of it.
Sure. Well,
Having
17 years of success tells what kind of man you are.
Yeah. So we enjoy looking at a project when we're done, and it feels pretty good at the end of the day to look at something you did.
Right. I agree. That's cool, man. Well, I know you played a lot of gigs, with Blues of Joy, and crazy things happen no matter where you play at, or no matter what kind of music you play. So tell me, what's the craziest thing that ever happened to you at a show, or the craziest thing you ever witnessed at one of the shows?
Oh, okay. Well, the band was playing at Open Door Mission, which is off of Harrisburg,
Right.
on the east side, and on a few occasions we'd be there doing our concert, mostly on a Monday night.
Right.
Mondays, once a month kind of thing, and we'd have an ambulance come in right into the driveway, and they'd be wheeling somebody out on a stretcher right
Oh,
while,
my.
right while we were playing, and we don't consider ourselves faith healers or anything, but there was a time when one guy came up and said, 2 or 3 of them came up together and said, "This guy said he can see now, and you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
We didn't know what to think of it. All we did was playing our gospel music.
Sure,
right. So this guy's saying he can see now. and then one other time, it's probably the same venue. There was a guy in the back with a satanic Bible, you know.
Oh.
And he was making all kinds of ugly faces and everything. Just
right.
kind of a spiritual warfare thing going right. You could see him back there while
Sure.
we're out trying to sing the message of the gospel. So those are some things I remember.
Right. You never know who's going to show up to a show, you know, and how crazy they might be. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Exactly.
I've seen a whole lot of crazy stuff out there.
That's right.
But you know, man, I don't do the devil. You know, man, there's no room in my heart for the devil. Period. You know.
Right.
I love Jesus. My heart is full of Jesus, and I tell that to everyone I know. You know.
Yeah.
And I've had guys that I've known that were into music, and they were making jokes about black masses and witches and all this other stuff, and I'm like, you know what, man, I don't want to hear that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. I don't care. Not interested. Well, man, you got to come out there. I said, yeah, you'll recognize me because I'll be the guy with Jesus. You know,
Yeah.
I'll bring Jesus with me. So y'all do whatever y'all want to at Black Mass or whatever. You know, but I'm bringing
right.
Jesus with me.
Yeah.
So you know, man, that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
They got
Wandering
kicked
around the darkness is not a good thing.
No,
For
absolutely
anybody.
not for anybody. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. This is kind of a weird question, but okay. If Hollywood made a movie about Ron Hathaway, who would play Ron Hathaway?
Oh, let's see. Well, now that I know a lot about some of those Hollywood actors,
Right.
I would be real careful about who I would pick. But
I understand.
there's one guy that I find favorable these days, Jim Caviezel.
I like Jim. Yeah, he's
But
one
now
that played
he played Jesus.
Yeah, he played Jesus.
So
Right.
I'm not trying to say I'm up there with Jesus.
Right.
but-
Right. I understand.
But if I had to pick a good actor, a very good actor,
He's a pretty good. He's a pretty good actor. He's played a lot of stuff.
He sure has. With
That
good
was
character.
what Passion of Christ was.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think he's got a child trafficking movie coming out.
Does he? Really?
Expose.
Well, you know, man, that Passion of Christ, I couldn't watch it, man. You know,
It's tough. Oh wow.
it just breaks my heart when I see, especially my Jesus, being crucified and beat like he was, treated like he was. Man, that's not something I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
It was making me cry, and I was like, you know what, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Mel
Gibson
I guess I'm
did a
weak.
great job on it too.
And I don't really care too much for Mel Gibson, but he did
Yeah.
do a good job on it.
Yeah.
he
the
did.
Production.
He's a bit of a loudmouth as far as I'm concerned, but
Yeah.
that's my opinion.
Sure.
Everybody's got one, but well, let me ask you this: is there something about you that people don't know that you want everybody to know about you?
Well, something to know about me that they don't know.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's important.
I don't know.
Did you have the original tripping machine?
Yeah, that's probably something they should know about.
Man, when I think about those days, what I'm talking about is Ronnie and Manfred Quintel, Dr. Quintel, the dentist. I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. He's from Huffman. He lived a couple houses down from me. And, when we get together and play, they would create the tripping machine.
That's right.
They would get on their knees and facing each other, just, maybe a foot apart. And we, being Mike Hathaway and Philip King.
Oh, it's a Philip. Okay.
Yeah, and myself and maybe my brother and there's no telling who all. Maybe Richard Matthews probably, and no telling. But everybody went through the tripping machine, and we'd try to run between the two of them, and without getting tripped. But that was relatively impossible.
Right. Yeah.
Of course, they're encouraging us to hit it hard, and the harder we hit it, the harder we went down.
Yeah.
And y'all got a big kick out of that. But I think about those days a lot, man. That was so much fun.
It was fun. We would play in those sandlot areas.
Right.
Where they hadn't developed the homes yet. And,
Right.
We'd have our football game. We were about 6 or 8 years older than you younger guys.
Right.
And y'all would be watching us, and then and we'd say, okay, wait till we're done, because for a while y'all were looking forward to it.
Right.
then once you went through the gauntlet,
Right.
a few too many times.
Well, I can remember when I was a kid shagging rebounds for Manfred when he'd be shooting that basketball. I mean, he'd shoot for hours and hours and hours and shoot that basketball. And so I just thought that was the coolest thing,
Yeah.
He was so much older than me, and he was really good at what he did, And
For sure.
Well, I'll tell you what. Is there anything that I should have asked you, but I haven't asked you, that you can think of?
No, I think we covered.
Everything
pretty well.
Well, is there anything you want to ask me?
Let's see. Are you going to be doing any production in the months ahead?
Well,
music production, or
I don't know. I've just got a computer, and I'm going to get some software to go along with it. And I have a friend, Chris Wassinger, that is going to help me out. He lives up in Arlington. He's going to school at UTA, and he's taking whatever the class that is that teaches him about how to work all this stuff. He's learning about it. He's doing broadcast news. He's got even he fills in as a DJ occasionally. Okay. And so he's going to help me out. I'm going to try to start doing my own editing, and then I've been considering, because I can do it at my own pace. Right. But maybe going out and start filming, live shows for people, and make a promo video out of it. Sure. Because I'm kind of, I like to think I'm getting better at what I'm doing. I'm still making rookie mistakes, but I think I'm getting better. And our edit guy is amazing, but he's working his behind off, And so I want to try to ease the load on him a little bit, maybe learn how to do it myself, if that's going to even be possible. You can teach an old dog new tricks, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to pick up on it. But man, I know it's going to be difficult. But that's something that I've been considering kind of kicking it around for the near future. Yeah. But I love music, man. I miss performing, and I wish I could go back out there and do it, but it's just not the same. I can't sing like I used to, and it's just not the same. And I struggle with it constantly, and that's the reason I really don't play it much anymore. But with this show, I've been playing more. Right. I've been picking up my guitar every day, pretty much. And I hadn't picked up, I played more in the past, month than I played in the past 5 years. Yeah. And at home is what I mean. And I'm starting to get back into it again. And I've got a couple ideas for songs, and I'm hoping I can, break this writer's block that I've got going on. Yeah. Well, you're a solid rhythm player. I think that. You could do some simple demos for songwriters, aspiring songwriters. And I've had people ask me. Need a simple guitar. Right. And I just, man, I always want to do it for myself and not for somebody else. But, that's kind of being selfish. And you're right, I could do it. And I probably should, but I just need to start playing again. I can't play near what I used to be able to play. Yeah. Because, when they say if you don't use it, you lose it, well, that's the absolute truth. It happens that way. Sure. But yeah, man, thanks for asking that. Well, we're going to take a quick break. You ready to take a break? Sure. Drink a little water? Okay, guys, Texas Country Live here. My name's Rod Billion. I am your host. Our featured artist here today is Mr. Ron Hathaway. He is a ordained minister. He is a singer-songwriter. He is a construction worker, and he is a man of faith, and he is my friend. And I appreciate you taking the time to be out here, Ron. I really do. And we're having a good time, and I enjoy it. We're going to come back. We're going to play a couple more songs, and we appreciate you coming with us. And hey, right quick, I want to mention, Texas Country Live supports the blue, okay? We love police officers. There's no reason to fear the law if you don't break the law, right? That's right. And so, man, I don't understand all this business going on, these, sovereign citizens and people being so disrespectful to law enforcement. It's absolutely ridiculous in my book. They're out there trying to do their job. And, I constantly hear this crap about, defunding the police. I can't even imagine what this world would be like if there were not police officers. We all have to be policed. The honor system does not work. Unfortunately, it doesn't. And so we have to have somebody out there watching out and making people do the right thing. In a perfect world, maybe we wouldn't need them, but we do need them because the world is far from perfect. Right. And it's very personal to me. And so I want to make sure that every police officer out there knows that Texas Country Live and Rod Binion, and I'm sure Ron Hathaway, we support you guys and gals. For sure. And, I'm the kind of guy that if I see a police officer in trouble, I'm going to pull over and help, period. And now my old gimped up behind is probably going to get whooped up on, but that's okay. I don't mind. I'd sacrifice for a police officer because I know that they give their life for me. And that's a rare thing, man. And they're just very special to me and close to my heart. And I just want you guys to know that. I appreciate you. Every day I got one of you. And I know your sacrifice, and I appreciate it. And your family as well. They sacrifice as well, too, because it's not a 9 to 5 job, obviously. And so Texas Country Live supports the blue. And you guys do a great job, and we appreciate you. So if you guys see a police officer out there, go up and shake his hand. Go up and tell him thank you, especially in the holiday season here. Okay, Texas Country Live. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us. Merry Christmas, everybody. 59 Hangout, 23736 US 59, Suite F in Porter, Texas. Y'all come see us. Pool tournaments, dart leagues, and cold beer. Check us out on Facebook. 59 Hangout. Come hang out with us. 281-704-7177. McCrary's Auto Repair, LLC. We work hard to earn your trust and loyalty. We know how important it is to find a Huffman car service you can rely on. So your satisfaction is our top priority each and every day. McCrary's Auto Repair, 3731 Trent Road, Huffman, Texas. McCrary's Auto Repair. Come feel the difference. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Texas Country Live. I am your host, Rod Binion. My good buddy, Ron Hathaway. We're just yapping it up here in the house. It was raining earlier today. We wanted to set up out on the porch, but just couldn't do it, man, and the weather was terrible. And the sugar dog's on the couch, holding it down over there. Yeah. And we're coming back at you. And you got a couple more songs we're going to do.
Yeah.
And what's the name of the first one?
The first one is Did You Think to Pray Today?
All right.
And the style is a little bit Brad Paisley sounding.
Right.
Of course, I'm not any kind of guitar player.
You're doing just fine, bud.
Remotely like him.
Well, you're doing just fine.
But when I think of the structure of the song and the melody line,
right.
It kind of reminds me.
I got you.
But anyway,
did you think to pray today?
Yeah, did you think to pray today? Because the world is going so fast, and so
it is crazy world out there.
A few little cliche phrases in the song.
Sure.
That I kind of grabbed and wove into the lyrics. So
okay, ladies and gentlemen, right here. Ron Hathaway, original song, Did You Think to Pray Today on Texas Country Live.
We all have struggles. We often worry about what happened the next day. We hope we have the strength to change our future. Now if your strength is gone, I hope you hear me say, did you think to pray today? In a world that is spinning so fast, and when you can't seem to slow down the pace of this life, well, you might think of praying at last, a day hemmed in prayer. It won't soon unravel. When prayers go up, blessings come down. When you have a question, call on the Father, and in His time, an answer can be found. Did you think to pray today? In a world that is spinning so fast, when you can't seem to slow down the pace of this life, well, you might think of praying at last. And when you can't seem to slow down the pace of this life, well, you might think of praying at last.
Awesome, man. That's a pretty good song right there. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. You got that stuff down, man.
Appreciate it.
It's hard to keep a theme like Christian music, and and maintain that same theme throughout all these different songs and them not sound all the same. That's the hardest part, and none of it so far, nothing you've done has sounded the same.
Thank you.
And I know how hard and difficult that is, and so that's my 2 cents. But you're doing a great job. You got to keep it up, man. Don't stop.
Thank you.
Keep on plugging. So what else you got?
Well, this is a song called Santa Song. This is the last one out.
Santa Song, right on, man.
Santa Song. And I was looking at an ornament at home this weekend, and it's a little plastic one. It has Santa Claus, and he's kneeling in front of baby Jesus.
Right.
The gift. You kind of like the wise men, but it's Santa instead.
I got you.
And so, and being in the ministry, I always thought, how can I kind of put these two things together instead of being at odds?
Right.
And so, anyway, that's what the idea of this song is Santa Claus telling the world about Christ.
Yeah.
And so
he'd be the guy to know.
He'd be the one to know, right? So this is kind of a marriage of the two ideas.
Well, I'm gonna try to play along with you if I don't mess you up.
Yeah, help me out on the chorus. That'd be great.
Well, late at night on Christmas Eve, Santa came to our house. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. I tiptoed down the hallway and peeked into the room, and that's when I heard Santa Claus sing this little tune. He sang peace and goodwill to all men. Oh, the Savior has come to the world, and He's greater than any gift I bring. Oh, it's Jesus who makes my heart to sing. He opened up His bag of gifts, never knew I was there. He placed them round the Christmas tree, the gifts were everywhere. And as I watched Him turn to leave, when He was out of sight, I heard the song of Santa Claus ring into the night. He sang peace and goodwill to all men. Oh, the Savior has come to the world, and He's greater than any gift I bring. Oh, yes, Jesus makes my heart to sing. He sang peace and goodwill to all men. The Savior has come to the world. He's greater than any gift I bring. It's Jesus who makes my heart sing. Oh, it's Jesus who makes my heart sing. Oh, it's Jesus who makes my heart sing. Yes, Jesus who makes my heart sing.
That was pretty cool. Hope I didn't mess you up too bad. Right on, man. All right, guys, that was Mr. Ron Hathaway doing a little original Christmas music here. And we're going to take a quick break. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're going to come up with a new segment here that we're going to do. It's called Let's Get Personal. It's just some personal questions. It's kind of like, right off the top of your head. You just got to, whatever first thing comes to your mind is what we want to hear. Okay. And we'll be right back. And Let's Get Personal is sponsored by the 59 Hangout in Porter. Go by and see Fallon. They got the coldest beer in town, and they will take care of you. They got darts, they got pool leagues, they got everything over there, man. And it's a cool place to hang out. So 59 Hangout in Porter, y'all go check it out. And to support Texas Country Live, without them and without McCrary's Automotive, we would not be here today. So if y'all would please support my sponsor. They're, each one of them, COVID did a number to their business. So they're just trying like heck to get back on top of it again. And without your help, they couldn't do it. So, man, please get out there and help them out. I appreciate it. Texas Country Live, I'm Rod Benyon, Mr. Ron Hathaway. We will be right back. McCrary's Auto Repair, LLC. We work hard to earn your trust and loyalty. We know how important it is to find a Huffman car service you can rely on. So your satisfaction is our top priority each and every day. McCrary's Auto Repair, 3731 Trent Road, Huffman, Texas. McCrary's Auto Repair. Come feel the difference. 59 Hangout, 23736 US 59, Suite F in Porter, Texas. Y'all come see us. Pool tournaments, dart leagues, and cold beer. Check us out on Facebook, 59 Hangout. Come hang out with us, 281-704-7177. Well, hello, everybody. We are back. Texas Country Live. I am your host, Rod Binion. I'm here with my good friend, Ron Hathaway from Huffman, Texas.
Yeah.
Ordained minister, construction worker, songwriter, singer, jack of all trades, a man of faith. And he's a good dude, man. And I love you dearly because we've been friends as far back as I can remember.
That's
What
right.
is Mikey doing these days?
You know, I'm not sure. He was working for the company that does the bed liners.
Right. I knew. Right.
And that's what he's been busy with, along with his family out there in Spanish Cove.
Right. Is he still in Spanish Cove?
Yeah.
I just hadn't seen him in a long time, man. It's
Yeah.
been probably 2 years since the last time I saw him.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I miss him, man. I love Mikey, man. We were tight.
Yeah.
We used to shoot lizards off the side of the house with our BB guns and have BB gun fights. You know, we did some crazy stuff when we were kids, but you know, man, we were tight. That's what friends are for. All right, let's see here. All right, we're gonna do this new segment. It's called "Let's Get Personal," and it's just a simple thing. You know, I asked you a quick question,
Okay.
and you just off the top of your head shoot it at me.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Let's see. What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
My favorite fast food restaurant is Wendy's.
Wendy's. Favorite color?
Favorite color is teal.
Teal.
Yeah.
Nice. Favorite animal?
Favorite animal? Dog.
Dog. Right on. Sure, dog. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see. What's your dream job?
My dream job is to retire.
To retire. Right on. I heard that. All right. Who's your best friend?
My best friend is my wife.
Your wife. Attaboy. Okay. Well, you know, out of all your siblings, who's the funniest one?
The funniest one, my sister Judy.
Judy. Man, I hadn't seen her. She used to babysit me when I was a kid. I hadn't seen her in so long, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's your favorite venue that you played?
Favorite venue would have to be the Star of Hope Men's Shelter.
Yeah.
But
Star of Hope.
yeah, but you know, we did go to South Africa
Really?
in
Wow, that's cool.
2006, and we did
That is cool.
Yeah, we did a mission 2 week into the prisons
Right.
around Johannesburg.
Wow.
And the squatter camps and all.
Wow.
So that was an amazing
I bet,
experience.
Man. I bet that was cool, man.
Yeah, that was.
So that's like a whole. Well, it is a whole different world there.
It was. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Okay, what's your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is basketball.
Basketball. Your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is, I don't know, I guess it ties with loyalty, is letting somebody down when I said I was going to do something.
Yeah, letting somebody down.
I don't
That's
know.
a good answer, man. I like
just
that.
kind of popped into my head.
I like that. Okay, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur. Wow. Did not see that coming. Okay, listen. What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show would be Tim Allen in
Tool Guy.
Huh?
The Tool Guy.
The Tool Guy. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Well, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Yeah. The Holy Ghost, I know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there can
Right,
be
right.
ghosts lurking around.
Sure. Okay. Last
Yeah.
one. What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
The craziest thing I've ever done.
You know, what is crazy to some may not be crazy to others, but I'm just curious.
I ran around naked outside one night.
Oh my God. Where at?
I'm not telling.
Oh my goodness.
There was no witnesses.
You wild man. All right, Ronnie. Hey man, I enjoyed having you, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Absolutely.
Good to see you.
And man, give everybody my best in the family. Know it's been a long time since I've seen any of them. So
yeah.
and I appreciate you coming out, taking the time. You did a great job, buddy. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay, y'all. Texas Country Live. Got the sugar dog here. Got to have her airtimes in her contract. So we appreciate y'all joining us today. And hey, love everybody. It's what it's all about, man. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Jesus is the reason for the season, and we're celebrating his birthday. So we appreciate y'all joining us. And don't forget, Ron's episode will air on Tuesdays. As always, all the episodes air at Tuesday at 6 p.m. on Texas Media TV channel, broadcast nationwide on Roku. And we appreciate y'all joining us. And Merry Christmas, everybody, and thank y'all for having us. We appreciate it. If y'all would like to learn more about Ron Hathaway, go to YouTube and check out his YouTube channel, Ron Hathaway, Blues to Joy, and Blues Fusion.